In May 2018, a brush fire started near a home within the Hawk Mountain development off of Route 100 in Plymouth. Fire danger was high, as is often the case during the springtime in Vermont. It was dry and windy with a lot of dried out and dead brush on the forest floor. As such, the fire spread quickly up the steep hillside, creating a serious firefighting challenge. Plymouth Volunteer Firefighters were called out around 5 p.m. that Monday, and, over the next several hours and throughout the evening, firefighters from 10 other surrounding towns joined in the effort, contributing mutual aid resources to the forest fire, which encompassed 60 acres. Many firefighters spent the night to keep watch and contain the fire. It was finally extinguished the following day. Sue and Al Poirier from the Plymouth Volunteer Fire Department were on the front lines.
The Plymouth Fire Department received a tone at about 5 o'clock on Monday, May 14th, and it was for a brush fire at a residence. Eventually, we ended up having a total of 10 fire departments come with their equipment. We were actively fighting the fire on Monday night until about 8:30.
The estimate is that it burned 60 acres. So that comes out to be a little more than a half-mile long. Talking to people that have been in town for all their lives is the biggest that they can remember. It's probably at least a 45-degree slope. It's very, very treacherous terrain on that steep section.
When you have areas that are as steep as it is here in Plymouth, you have things like rocks coming down from the ledges, hot rocks, you have burning debris coming down and potentially hitting the firefighters. So not only do you have the steepness of the terrain that we have to climb up with a lot of equipment on our backs to try and get up there, but now you have to be on the lookout for yourself and your fellow firefighters, because there's other dangers besides what we have, the active fire. There's stuff coming down on you too.
In Vermont, the highest fire danger is usually early April to end of May. Now that may be end of April to end of May. It depends on how fast the snow leaves us. And it'll vary also by region. So in Plymouth, our window normally is a little narrower. At that time, they were not giving out burn permits and had not been giving them out for a period of time because of the high danger. To do an open burn in Vermont or in Plymouth, you need a permit, so you have to call. Doing an open burn with a permit is also dangerous, but if you take the precautions that you should be taking, you can minimize it. You know, if you clean the area around where you're burning, get all the debris out of it, make sure you have a garden hose or water supply, and never leaving it unattended, it can minimize the risk. But you need to follow some good safety guidelines. In terms of other preventions for your property, if people keep their grass cut very short, don't have their firewood stacked up against the house, in the fall have the leaves raked, not leaving them up against the house or all over the lawn. That'll help a lot, because then it gives a barrier for that fire not being able to get to the house. Volunteerism is down almost countrywide. We are always looking for people that are willing to volunteer.
Just pick up the phone. You can call the town office, and they will give you all the contact information.